Welcome to the Tall Girl Tuesday podcast. It's your girl Danny, and on this week's episode of News and Libations, I just wanted to touch on the topic of reality TV. And when I say that, I put my hands in air quotes because we all know, a lot of it is scripted. But as I sit here and watch, there's not a lot of reality TV shows that I do watch. But I'm finding myself more and more disturbed by the shows that I do watch because of the way they portray women, especially Black women in the media. And I'm just wondering how you guys feel about that. I'm narrowed it down to about one franchise that I watch in terms of reality TV, and that's the Housewives franchise. And then other than that, it's more just sports and things like that. But I find myself struggling with getting through episodes because I feel like this is what you think of Black women, that the only platform that we deserve to have is when we're bashing each other, kicking each other's backs in, and, just fighting, physically fighting each other and being petty and using, vulgar words and profanity towards each other. Is that how the media views the Black woman? Or is that the type of dumb it down type of personality that you have to have in order to be successful? I understand, a lot of people that I know, they watch all of the ratchet, as we'll call it, TV shows. Those are not my jam, but I understand it's entertaining. But at what point does it get to the point where it's okay, my name and likeness is not going to be associated with this type of platform based off of the way that you continue to portray Black women? And I understand it's a check involved. I understand that, the platform leads to different ventures and, kickstarts careers, but I'm wondering, is it really worth it? And I just sit here and watch these franchises, and then I'm like, if the media is portraying us a certain type of way, then why would anyone else look at us with a higher regard? Because, everyone watches TV. Everyone is tuned into the ratchetness that is reality TV. And, people like a story. People like to see others make a spectacle of themselves. And I get that, but I'm just wondering, at some point, will Black women be on one accord in terms of the type of jobs and the type of media platforms that give these deals and they sign these contracts with? I'm really wondering, what is the thought process behind sitting in a bar and waiting for a fight to happen just so the security guys can break it up anyway? I'm just wondering, what is the point of it all? Is it for the audience? Is it because that's what gives the ratings? And if so, does that not, the way you're portrayed, not matter at all? Because, a lot of people can't separate the actress or the actor from the role. And we see that in situations where, shows that we love, we can't stand a certain character and celebrity based off of who they played and things like that. But I feel like that is still a script, that is still an acting gig. That is what they're paid to do. But on the other hand, I guess the reality TV aspect of it is more it's being portrayed as if this is real life. So I'm just wondering, like, to the black women who are on these platforms, what is the thought process behind getting on a show like this and deciding I'm going to act a fool and I'm going to fight this one and that one and I'm going to do whatever I can to tear down this other woman just to get a paycheck? Like, is it ever really that serious? And you can tell a lot of it is scripted, as I said, because even shows I've seen, you randomly walked up to a hotel room with cameras trying to figure out if you caught your man in a hotel with another woman. Like, that, you mean to tell me that wasn't set up for it to happen that way? Let's be honest. It's all like fake and drawn out. But I don't know, I struggle with watching TV period these days because, you know, everything on here on TV is pretty much disturbing and brings your spirits down for the most part. Told you guys I'm an empath, so I try to stay away from certain things. When I do try to get my little dose of entertainment, I always regret wasting 45 minutes watching a show that this depicts black women in such a bad way. And it's like, where are the platforms for women of color where positive things are happening, where they're helping other women and they're supporting other women and, you know, doing things for the community, and or even just straight comedies that have to do with, you know, like a family dynamic? Where are those type of shows? Like, am I missing something? I'm just trying to figure out where the disconnect is between the black women and those producers and the people who write the shows and or, you know, hold the auditions for the shows and all of that. And it's like, you don't ever really see white women or non-women of color being portrayed in such a negative way. So I'm just rambling a little bit, but I'm really wondering these days, like, is that the new norm? Like, will that ever change? Will black women actually get roles that are, you know, getting roles that show us in a more positive way and show us as bosses and showing us doing things that are great for the community, and leave, you know, imagine if the roles were reversed and reality TV was all white girls just fighting each other and being catty and all of that. How would the world view them? You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just going through like different things that are trending right now, and I see a bunch of different shows that I don't watch, but, like, you know, I follow up with them on social media, and it's like, I start to question people who watch shows like that, like, not really trying to judge, but I'm like, what are you getting out of it? And then when I ask, people get offended or assume I'm being bougie or, you know, acting like I'm better than someone else because I don't watch that type of TV. But I'm legit wondering, like, what does this show do for you? What does it do for your mental health? What does it do for your will or need to, you know, provide services to your community or to be a better woman? What does this show portray overall? Like, what are you getting out of it besides a scripted wannabe reality show that's basically set up to make black women and women of color look bad? Let me know what you guys think about that. I honestly am just like struggling with that one, because is it more like we'll take whatever role that we can get just to say that we have it? I'm not so sure. What do you guys think about it? Do you find it entertaining and just are able to separate the fact that it's just a TV show from the actual person? Because in terms of the reality TV shows, they're supposed to be like letting us in, or letting y'all in to their lives and, the ins and outs of the day. So if that, at the end of the day, if that is bashing women or talking about women or trying to set women up to fail, then what do you get out of that? And how does that apply to your own personal life? Maybe I'm just thinking too much into it, but I'm curious to know, what do you get out of watching shows like that don't necessarily not shed light, but that don't necessarily show black women in a good way? Let me know what you think. Just a little quick news and libations, hot topic type of situation going on here. I just wanted to know. That was on my mind this week. I'm trying to get some type of understanding as to, what makes you guys listen to it, or do you leave it on the screen and then, go about your daily life? Or is it like the behaviors of these women affect you, or you apply it to the way that you treat your own friends and the people that are important to you? So anyway, let me know what you think. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Also, don't forget to shop the Tall Girl Tuesday merch. I have a Teespring website now. Click the link in the bio. Just click the Tall Girl Tuesday merch link. It'll take you to the page. Show your girl some love. Support the brand. Spend a couple coins. And don't forget, next week's episode is Sextember Part 2. So email in those questions at tgtthepodcast@gmail.com. And also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Tall Girl Tuesday, the podcast. And as always, thank you so much for